ladies and gentlemen, I have here my predictions for the Academy Awards. Okay, I actually did two of these. The first one I'm gonna name off first my personal choice, or not my personal choice, my decision for who is going to win. And I'll mention who I think deserves to win and so on. And then I also did a random thing, what I call a random person, where I found a random person and I said, give me your predictions. And they filled this out. Took them forever, but they made a few very interesting choices. Okay, here we go. We'll start with, crap, I don't know. I guess we'll start going down the list. Here we start with Best Actor. My pick is Daniel Day-Lewis. Do I think he deserves to win? Yes. He was absolutely fantastic in Lincoln. He was superb in this role. He played Lincoln like as if he was doing it not as a performance, but as a transformation into the man himself. Random person said Bradley Cooper. Bradley Cooper is probably my second choice, but I did see Denzel Washington in Flight. He's another nominee. I'd be glad if he won too. He did really, really good in that movie. I just saw that yesterday, actually. Go to Best Supporting Actor next. My pick for who I think is going to win is Robert De Niro. I think De Niro will win, but I really hope in my choice, really, if I were picking the Oscars, I would give it to Tommy Lee Jones for Lincoln. And they chose Tommy Lee Jones for Lincoln too. So I hope Tommy Lee Jones wins, but at the same time, I'd like to get 25 out of 25 on this, but I think De Niro did great. And Christoph Waltz also has possibility of winning too. This is one of the more packed, unpredictable categories. It's between those three, definitely. Okay, moving on to Best Actress. My pick is Jennifer Lawrence, and I also think she personally was the most deserving of this. I think Lawrence has generated enough buzz behind her, enough wins, and also because she was nominated a few years ago. The random person said Quinzavée Wallace. I just saw Beasts of the Southern Wild. Yes, I think her performance is definitely another good one. I don't think she'll win, but I definitely think she'll win eventually. I think if she keeps up the great performances, she'll still make a splash. Best Supporting Actress, to me, it's a no-brainer. Anne Hathaway. I loved her as, what was her character name? Fantine in Les Mis. Definitely stole the show. Okay, random person picked Jackie Weaver for Silver Linings Playbook. In my opinion, a nomination that many people didn't expect, nor some people think that she didn't really earn. In my opinion, of course, I don't think any nomination is never unworthy, but definitely in this case, it was one of those nominations that I could see it coming, and I kind of accepted it. But the last person I would have expected probably was Jackie Weaver, definitely for this person. Best Picture, my pick is Argo. I think Argo is also the #1 movie of last year. I thought it was fantastic from beginning to end. They picked the other end of the spectrum, Zero Dark 30. And the rest of their choices are kind of out there too. But yeah, I think Zero Dark 30, it was another good film. It was definitely a good film, but it was not as good as Argo. Some people say maybe Lincoln will win. Either of those two I'd be happy with, but Zero Dark 30 would be totally out of left field, and something that the critics who originally predicted it would win Best Picture about 2 or 3 months ago, they would be jumping all around for that. Okay, for Best Director, my pick is Steven Spielberg for Lincoln. With Ben Affleck's snub, you got to give it to the next big nominee. I was close here. I would almost put down Ang Lee, because Life of Pi was my second favorite movie from last year, and I definitely thought Ang Lee directed his film, Life of Pi, very, very well. They picked, actually, Michael Haneke for Amour. But what's strange is next category, Amour, they did not pick for Best Foreign Language Film, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Okay, but yeah, director, I think if it went to either of those two, Ang Lee or Steven Spielberg, which is the way it's supposed to go, I would be fine with that, definitely. Best foreign language film, my pick is Amour because, well, I've been following every tabloid I can, and I have not yet seen a predictions list or a list of any kind that says that anything but Amour is going to win. They put down War Witch from Canada. Strange. Okay. I've never seen or hardly seen a clip or a trailer or even a TV spot for the other nominees, but I have seen trailers for Amour, and it got the Best Picture nom. So yeah, that's definitely a film I'm going to be looking into. For best animated feature, my choice is Frankenweenie. I've not seen any of these nominees yet. I own Brave, I just haven't watched it yet. But Frankenweenie, it's Tim Burton. I love Tim Burton. I'd love to see Tim Burton win an Oscar. And their pick was Brave. Brave is actually kind of the smart, safe choice for a lot of people. And it did win the Golden Globe, so it has that going for it. But I think Frankenweenie's going to pull it off. For production design, my choice is Les Miserables. It just won the BAFTA last week, or a couple weeks ago, whenever it was. And it's got, I think it's got that look to it. But Life of Pi could be a potential winner here as well. They put down The Hobbit. The Hobbit, yeah, I like that too, but I just don't think the Academy favored The Hobbit enough to give it anything else. Cinematography, my choice is Life of Pi. I would love to see Skyfall win. Skyfall, if it won every category it was nominated for, I would jump up and down. Skyfall, cinematography by Roger Deakins. I wish he would win. I don't think he's going to win. I think Life of Pi is going to win. For cinematography, they put Django Unchained. Haven't seen that. Can't tell you. But from the looks of it, from the trailer and stuff, it looked like some gorgeous stuff, though. Costume design, my choice is Anna Karenina. Just because it's a period piece, it definitely looks like a very good pick for that. For costume design, they put Lincoln. Whoever this person is. I can't say their name. They would kill me. For best documentary, I put down Searching for Sugar Man. I think it's got a lot of buzz behind it. A lot of people I've seen a couple pick How to Survive a Plague. I have not seen either of those. I think Searching for Sugar Man will take the win here. They picked The Invisible War, which is about the army and something, I don't know too much about that. Documentary short, my pick is Redemption. But from what I've heard, actually, Open Heart and I think it's King's Point might take this one, though. And their choice was King's Point, so I don't know. I think they just picked that one at random. Film editing, my choice is Argo. I think it's going to win Best Picture. I think it's actually going to win three awards. It's going to win, and actually this is going to be weird. It's going to be the same amount of wins and in the same categories as the winner a few years ago, Crash. It won Best Film Editing, Best Picture, and Best Adapted Screenplay. Or it won Best Original Screenplay. This one will win Best Adapted Screenplay, Argo. What was their pick? I think their pick was Argo too, wasn't it? No, they picked Lincoln. Okay. Yeah, this guy's predictions are all over the board. Makeup and hairstyling, my choice is Les Mis, with the second close call being The Hobbit, and they put down Les Mis too. I think Les Mis will win just because it's got a couple other Oscars to its name here on the list. My prediction is it'll win Best Design or Production Design, sorry, and also Best Supporting Actress. For Best Original Score, I picked Life of Pi. I definitely think Life of Pi's score was fantastic. Some people say Lincoln will win because it's John Williams. John Williams' score was very, very good. Definitely my second pick. Argo, some people say will win as well because it's going to win Best Picture. I don't think so. They put down Skyfall, which is actually another film. I'd love to see that nomination, and the other day in a review I mentioned one scene from that where I mentioned the score, and I've kind of heard a little bit more of the soundtrack here and there off videos on YouTube and stuff. Original song, Skyfall. There's really no second pick here. Even though I don't really like modern music, Adele did a pretty good job with this one. And their pick was Skyfall too, so finally we agreed on something, except for makeup or whatever. For animated short, my choice is Paperman because that's the only one I've seen people rooting for. And their choice was, what was it, The Longest Daycare. No comment. No idea what that is. Live action short film, my pick was Curfew. I've heard a lot of people talk about that. And their choice was Death of a Shadow. Interesting title. I've never heard of the film, though. For sound editing, my choice is Life of Pi, but I would love to see Skyfall win, and possibly Argo could win this, too. Their choice was also Life of Pi. Some of these, I guess, they're shooting in the dark, I think, with some of these. Sound mixing, my choice is Les Mis. I think the big thing behind that, of course, is all the singing was done live. They captured it live, and at the same time, they've got a lot of stuff otherwise. So yeah, they definitely get that. Their choice for sound mixing was Lincoln. I don't know. best visual effects. My choice, Life of Pi. Fantastic visuals. Fantastic visuals. I loved the visuals in Life of Pi. For them, their choice, what was it? Their choice was actually Snow White and the Huntsman. I haven't seen that. No idea. Adapted screenplay, I've already said my choice is Argo. Lincoln definitely being the second choice, but I thought Lincoln was really well written. Argo, I think, has the wit and humor to win it, and also because it's going to win Best Picture. And traditionally, Best Adapted or Original Screenplay will go to whichever wins Best Picture. It's done that actually, how many years now? Not last year, but definitely with King's Speech, also with Zero Dark 30, and with Slumdog Millionaire, and from there I think a couple times also. Their pick was, their pick was Argo, yeah. So yeah, we agree on that one too. Okay, for Original Screenplay, this one's kind of up in the air. Some people say Zero Dark 30 is going to come back and win this one. But my pick is Django Unchained. I think Tarantino, he's won a couple awards since, he won for Pulp Fiction. I don't think, crap, off the top of my head, has he won since? No, he hasn't. So yeah, I think he'll pick up an Oscar that night. Their pick was Flight. Flight, I just saw that. Not a bad flick. And the Original Screenplay nomination, not totally out there. But yeah, those are my choices. Let's see. If I count them up, Argo would win 3. Silver Linings Playbook would win, I think, just 2. Les Mis would win about 2 or 3. Lincoln would win about 2 or 3. Or maybe just the 1. Or yeah, it would win Best Actor, Director. And that's it, I think. Yeah, I think that's about it for them. Amore would win just the 1. Frankenweenie just the 1. I'm going down here. Life of Pi would win a few. Life of Pi would win 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it would win 4, which would be the big winner of the night. But they would be pretty widespread, which is pretty rare actually for Oscar. If I continue down here, let's see here. Skyfall would win just the 1 for original song. I think that's it. Yep, and Django would just win the 1 for original screenplay. That's how I think it's going to go down. This other person, I think they're pretty crazy. I had a couple actually other family members. They picked a few choices. They got a couple of them that we agreed on, but not all of them. And tomorrow, what I'm going to do on Oscar night, I'm going to do a live reactions video, where basically I'm going to set the camera up. I'm going to be wearing my Sunday Oscar best, and for every winner that's announced, I'll for the major categories here, I will, say, oh, I picked that, or no, I picked that, or something, and then I'll, if they're in the top categories, screenplay on up to Best Picture, including all the acting and the directing nominations, I'll come back in here, and I'll do that. And then you'll get to see more of my house on tomorrow, so yeah. Have a good and safe Oscar weekend, and tune in tomorrow for the Oscars, or if you're watching this about 5 years from now, the next time the Oscars are on, turn them on, definitely. If they're still running, I hope to God they are.